Shalom, all praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, double honors to the apostles and elders of the great Millstone, Bashem Rachak Wadash. My name is Jacob from Plaintables Camp. Now, concerning the two alleged sellouts, all right, that changed the doctrine from the Gentiles to everybody that, accepts the, what we teach and the laws, and they can call on a name that are not actual Israelites. They have that doctrine now, those two from Genesis. They broke off from Issachar-He, and Issachar used to be with us, but they partitioned. So they're basically degenerating into degenerates, all right? First they degenerated to Issachar, then they degenerated to the Genesis. Now they changed the doctrine. So not surprising, but the scriptures clearly tell you that in the latter times, some shall depart from the faith. This is the first scripture I thought about. 1 Timothy 4:1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times, some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils. For the time will come when they will not endure sound doctrine, but after their own lusts shall they heap to themselves teachers having itching ears. And I believe that word means to desire to hear something new or pleasant. All right, you can look the word up. Itching ears. All right. We're not going to change the doctrine. See, the thing is, we've been fully persuaded. All right, we've been fully persuaded in our own minds. We're not going to, it's like the Gentile scriptures being Israelites are essential to the faith. That's a pillar in the faith. So if you change that, now you changed your identity. All right. And we got 2 Thessalonians 2 and third verse, or 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, that for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And then you got brothers that fell away. Well, we all fell away, and then we came back, and then you got people falling out again. You're not supposed to fall out again. Well, if you're of the elect, you're not going to fall out again, all right? Because we all lost our heritage, our identity, our religion, so to speak, all right? As the scripture says, a dog that returned to its own vomit. So they basically went back to Edomite Christianity, all right? Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, what? The coming of Yahushua, the second coming, except there come a falling away first. So the falling away happened. So we came, which we're back in the good graces of Yahushua, all right? And of the Father through Yahushua, because Yahushua is the mediator. Your Father is a God, and Yahushua is the mediator. All right? And the scriptures say that we're all gods. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. All right, so he's being revealed right now. So we ain't supposed to fall away again. We already fell away. Now we're going back. We're married back to the Father through Yahushua. All right. And we got Matthew 24. All right, that chapter's good, but I got this verse. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. All right, you can say that's treachery. That's treasonous. All right. They were betraying what the truth is. All right. Yeah, if our lives were on the line, and
recording stopped.
If our lives were on the dash cam, if our lives were on the line, and it depended on the scriptures, the doctrine, and we were all about to be executed, and they said, "What you believe? The Gentiles, Israelites?" And we say, "Yeah, my head blown off, chopped off, whatever." The two Genesis guys, no, the Gentiles are anybody that calls the name of the Lord, helps Israelites, keeps the laws. They don't get executed. Just imagine that. So they're traitors. All right, they're traitors to the faith. Their version of, as vocab says, Hebrew Israelism is more palatable. All right, palatable. All right. So I can see them getting the implantable microchip. All right. Because if they just turn like that, then hey, they're turn for that chip. All right. And they it's some wicked men. Jude 1:8 says how that they told you there should be mockers. Jude 1:18. How that they told you there should be mockers in the last time, who should walk after their own ungodly lust. And that's the ungodly lust. All right. Yahushua made it clear that he came to redeem the Israelites, not the Gentiles, the actual natural Gentiles also, or two, T-O-O. No. Yahushua, the Messiah, was manifest to take away the sins of the Israelites and the other nations, 100% of them, all right, by the Spirit, okay, not by your external flesh or phenotype. Your spirit determines whether you're an Israelite or not, or another nation, all right. So Yahushua is manifest to take away Israelites. Israelites are scattered in all nations. All right, this is a spiritual thing. It's not a thing, oh, you're an Israelite because you look this way. You people are fools. All right? The scriptures clearly say in Matthew, in the Gospels, that the angels are going to separate the flock from the goats, the sheep from the goats. All right? And then we're sometimes we have to engage with people that are this carnal, all right, for edification and to see, so you can see contrast, all right? We're spiritual men. We understand that there are things that we have limited vision. We have limited sight. All right. So you can't just judge someone according to the external flesh. All right. And if we don't have the powers to discern, we have a greater power that can discern everything. All right. You got the angels, the spirits. You have the Father and the Son. And they're the ultimate judges. All right. We got Matthew 24. Yeah, well, Peter's 3:3. No, 2 Peter's 3:3. Know this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lust. And I heard the apostle, I believe Tahar, say that the Alazar, but he's a wicked ass dude too, said that they were trying to bring that doctrine in earlier when they were all together. So no surprise. All right, where we at? We at Matthew 24:12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. They wanted to leave Issachar anyway. The dagger men. All right, 1 Timothy 1:19. Holding faith and the God of conscience. It's like it. Holding faith and a good conscience, which some having put away concerning the faith have made shipwreck. All right, good conscience, like the shit that they said about, oh, he never really was persuaded in his own mind, and like that's a Gentile, like they got a love for it just seems like they are acting. All these years, we've always taught that the Gentiles, as pertaining to salvation, are the Israelites because of the law and the covenants. The covenants don't include the other nations. But now they're saying that covenants include the other nations. So the first covenant didn't include them, but now the second covenant, according to them, includes all nations. All right, that they believe that other nations are of the elect also. So interesting what their end is going to be, and we're going to wait and we're gonna mock them. All right. We're going to put curses on them. May Yahweh Bashem Yahushua destroy them and their doctrine and everybody that believes in it. Just like the Christian church, because they're just basically Edomite Christians. That's their doctrine. They spew the same doctrine of the world. What, Judean Christians? Right? Judean Christians. You got Christians that don't eat scavengers or pork. And they believe that those little hat people over there, those pale flesh, some of them brown, imposter devils, they believe that they are the real Israelites. And we have to support and admire them because they believe they're God's chosen people, which they're not. We are. We are God's chosen people. Yahweh Shai's chosen people scattered throughout the world. And you have some of us scattered amongst the so-called people of God over there in the east. All right. But it's evident, according to prophecy, that we are the children of Israel. And those two are just like the church, the Judean Christians. They're just like them. All right. They'll put the Israelites on top, right, which they believe those people over there are them. And they say they can come in, they can be grafted in, but they have a different twist to it. You know, Genesis believes that we are the Israelites and the other people can be grafted in so long as they believe and call on the name of the Lord and help the Israelites and believe in the laws, that you can be saved. That's what they believe. So they're basically Judean Christians, but like sort of altered or reversed. All right, so I'll leave that there. Hope y'all were edified. Shalom.